YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Carlos Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit the doggone subscribe button. Hit the notification bell every time I post up new content. Well, people, Super Bowl Sunday is the Bengals against the Rams. Now, I know that I said, like last week or a week and a half ago, or however long it's been, right, that I was actually really thinking that it was going to be the Bengals and the 49ers for the third time around, right? And so, but, I'm listening to other folk. I'm listening to my man, Zachary Hubbard. So, like I said, if you haven't checked that guy out, go check out his channel, right? But in our case, I titled this one Bengals versus Rams NFL Reset, right? And the only reason why I call it that is because we just had the NFL's 100th season 2 years ago, right? And then, like I said, if y'all can remember, I I told y'all of who I thought they would actually really be at the Super Bowl because I was like, okay, these motherfuckers act like really gonna redo the first ever Super Bowl. But then that changed, and then it ended up being the Joe Montana Bowl. Again, credit to Zachary Hubbard on that one. So, so that's how that went. So I'm just like, okay. So the reason why I'm actually really calling this the NFL reset because here's the deal: every football team that has went to the Super Bowl and lost or going to win, and the Bengals got the first shot at it, right? And then you got the teams that have never been, like the Lions. Oh, I got the list right here. The Lions, the Browns, Jaguars, and who else? Lions, Jaguars, Browns, and Texans, right? Four teams that have never been, right? Just know that these teams are going to go to the Super Bowl and they're going to at least win one. Now, everybody else that has been and lost, like I said, the Bengals, the Cardinals, the Chargers, the Vikings, Panthers, Bills, Titans, and Falcons, right? They'll get a chance uh, to go and get that ring or get married to Lucy, right? Or Lucifer, right? So now it's one team that I actually really left out, and it's just because I should have put them in there, but and the only reason why, like, if you actually really stop and think about it for a minute, for you could probably go ahead and classify, but if not ever actually like really winning the Super Bowl, right? It's because they ain't did shit since Super Bowl III, right? And that's the New York Jets. And the only reason why, and so for the most part, for everybody, for a lot of the guys, for the fellas, for the people that got the YouTube channels that actually like really focus on rigged NFL games, right? I'm pretty sure that what I'm about to say will be in agreement with everybody that's actually going to watch this. Had the Jets not won that game, it's a strong possibility that the Super Bowl would have ended after Super Bowl III. But then when you get a person with the personality that Broadway Joe had, and then for him to actually come out and say, hey, I'm gonna guarantee victory. I mean, it's just for the fact, right? Back then, you know, you probably didn't have to come. Well, ain't no problem to it. You didn't have to come off as much money to throw a game versus what you have to come off now. So for the most part, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the Jets in there, right? Because it's just for the simple fact that again, had it not been for the New York Jets winning, the NFL, which that's what it was called at the time, the NFL was 2 up on the AFL. So, and if you don't believe me, go back and watch that whole documentary series on the AFL. Go back and watch it because they actually really talk about it. So now here's the deal. Now it all depends on what the fuck the Bengals are gonna do. Now I will say this, but I truly honestly believe that the Bengals will win because again, it's been 30. Well, I will go ahead and say 33 years since they've been to the Super Bowl. Yes, the Rams are playing at home, but they're going to get their ass whooped at home because it's just for the simple fact, just because you let Tom Brady win at home, don't mean that the Rams are going to win at home, right? So for the most part, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you who is actually really going to be next up in the shoot to actually really win the Super Bowl out of the teams that I just mentioned, right? But don't be surprised. Don't be surprised here real shortly that all of a sudden, depending on who, like I say right now, I really don't know who the head coach is for the Jets. But in either case, let's just say that these motherfuckers have an outstanding draft, right? And then everything just actually really start coming together, right? And don't be surprised if before too long you see the Jets in the Super Bowl, and they'll and 9 times out of 10 they'll win, right? But as it goes right now, I just look at it like this: the Bengals will win, and then I'm just gonna go out and say, let's just say this: the Bengals will win, the Bills they'll finally win one, right? And then after that, I think Cleveland, they're going to start making some noise. Detroit is going to start making some noise, right? Then you got your sleepers in there. Then the Vikings, Kirk Cousins or whoever the fuck will be quarterback by then, right? They're going to start making some noise. They're going to finally win. They're going to finally get one. But the thing about it, though, is this. I'm almost like, and I hope these motherfucking higher ups are listening. You would love to see. How many of y'all would like to see a Vikings Bills Super Bowl? Because here it is. There'll be 2 teams. Both of these motherfuckers 0 for 4 in the Super Bowl. So it'd be like, okay, so this will be the ultimate. Somebody's got to win, right? Or somebody's going to be 0 and 5 in the doggone Super Bowl, right? And it's just for the fact that it's almost like, again, for those of us that actually really know that the NFL is rigged, this shit is actually like really going the same way that like how it was way back in the day with the WWF, now WWE, right? Because you had a lot of motherfuckers actually really believing that shit was real. Then once they realized that the shit was fake, then they actually really just came out and told you, hey, guess what? This shit is fake. It's all staged. And in some instances, the NFL has told you that this shit is staged, right? So so for another case, right? This is the NFL reset. So again, everybody that didn't go to the Super Bowl, right? Guess what? Y'all going to the Super Bowl. And for those of y'all that went to the Super Bowl and lost, right? Whether you, I don't want to say it's because you got outplayed. Just know all of it is for bullshit reasons, right? But let's just say for shits and giggles that hey, look, whether you flat out got outplayed or for bullshit reasons, just like the bullshit reason that happened with Pittsburgh and Arizona, because that was not a catch. I'm just I'm just telling you right now. Go back and look at the footage. He had one foot on top of the other. So, but they called it a touchdown though. So, but hey, another case. So there it is. Y'all can actually really, do what the fuck you do with my shows. You can like it, whatever, and then you can come back a year from now, and then you can like, goddamn, crazy unc, you was right about that, right? And then all I'm gonna say, hey, look, I told you so. Now I know that it's it's uh it's it's kind of like wide, it's kind of vague or whatever, but just know, hey, and I hate to sound like old broke ass record, but just know this indeed is the NFL reset. So hey, just look for these teams that actually really start coming up and making a lot of noise, and eventually they will, along with the rest, with the other 20 teams that have won Super Bowl rings, don't worry, you will get your turn to be married to Lucy, right? So, with that being said, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dan, tell Big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door, cross the street, around the corner. Paul's Harris, aka the Crazy Uncle. Till next time.